Link, you're looking a little washed out there, buddy. You okay? Are the effects of time already taking a hold of you? God, that music. That music hits different, man. Ooh, that gives you... How does that not give you goosebumps? Oh, that's some next level stuff right there. There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. That is how the inscription reads. So I do it here? Alright. It's time, everybody. Let's open this door that I'm still sus about. God, those are pretty. I know I've said it about every single one so far, but those are pretty. Like, just the way that they shine with the geometric jewels. It's a really nice effect. The Triforce lights up. That, literally, man, goosebumps. Like, I'll edit this out, but I'm walking up to this. I want to appreciate this. Oh god, that Master Sword. Oh, we get a cutscene. That's cool too, but it was nice walking up to it. Seal, isn't that? It's the legendary blade. The Master Sword. It just feels right to walk. Like, it's the lack of art on the walls. It's the harsh but just clear bricks. It's that lone shining light going down. It's the music. It's everything that just communicates that this is a hallowed place. All right. No going back now. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Okay, so I was right in being sus to that. Why did we have to open that? There was no reason to. Seal? Wake up. Seal, the chosen one. Whoa. The King of Red Lions? I am Rauru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil destroying power that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Seal, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. We're big now. We've grown all the way up. The Master Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you're old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Do you understand your destiny? Yeah, but remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo king of the thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the king of evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm, namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power within the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages and add their might to your own. So, I find it really interesting. I'll go over that in a second, actually. Let's finish the cutscene and I'll give you all my analysis on it. You receive the Light Medallion. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Seal, we're back in the Temple of Time. But have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here! I don't think the cutscene's done yet. I think we got one more character to meet, if I remember correctly. Oh, looky there. How the hell did she get in here? Link's ready to throw hands. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. Oh, I love that music. So many goosebumps this episode. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be the sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. Together, with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikahs. As I see you standing there, holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary Hero of Time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the Forest Temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Seal? Alright, so I'm going to run around here and give you all my analysis on this real quick. I know we got to go to Kakariko Village, but I'm also going to go hit up our betrothed Malin, because now we're more of a good age for that type of business. Anyways, I find it really freaking interesting that you are in a situation that is thrust upon you. Like, you are awoken by the Great Deku Tree. This fairy just gets sent to you on a random day. And it's weird because you're supposedly a Kokiri, but you don't have a fairy. But you finally get this fairy. So, of course, you're probably like super hyped. You're just like, hell yeah, I finally get my fairy. I'm a real Kokiri now. But now you have to figure out that, first off, you're basically the god of the forest, the protector of the forest from evil, and all of the being that preserves all of your, basically the childlike innocence of the Kokiri is dying and is dead by the time you leave. And then you have to go on this massive journey that no Kokiri has ever gone on, but then you find out you're not even really a Kokiri. So all of these things are just completely thrust upon you. You have to go meet the princess. You have to go find these 2 jewels and interact with types of people you might not have ever known about. And then after all of that, you do exactly that. You do everything that you're told. You make friends along the way. You brave really interesting, like really dangerous situations. Like, you're battling giant dinosaurs that breathe fire, and you're going inside of a godfish. Like, that's a lot. And even then, once you pull the sword from the pedestal, you are not ready to be the hero of time. So not only are you not ready to be the hero of time, just because basically you're not old enough, you're not ready for that type of responsibility, even though that you've shown all of this fortitude so far, but you are forced to wait. In a very extreme example in this case, you are forced to wait for 7 years, basically in hibernation, while the world around you turns to absolute shit, which we're going to see here in a second. This is wildly unfair. This is tragic as hell. You asked for none of this. This was like literally just thrust upon you. You were just awoken one day by a fairy screaming hey in your ear. Now, the world has gone to hell. There's evil enveloping the land. And guess what? All of those 3 trials you started as a kid, you aren't done yet. You have another 5 to do, and you have to go defeat the king of evil right now. You're not even out of this temple. Let's go out of this temple to further cement my point. There is literally a ring of fucking fire around Death Mountain. Things are not okay, everybody. It's just, like, I'm trying to think if this communicates something, and everything is bad. I don't really remember what Ganon's tower looks like. You can go check that out. Lava's always a nice touch. Good God. Good God. So we have to go get a bunch more power. So we can first even get... I like that it's floating. That's a nice little touch. But yeah. That's a whole lot, everybody. And... oh, look, the skull too. Man. This is really dark. This is bad. Like, it's just kind of... Like I said, like, this was just a situation that was thrust upon you. You had no volition in choosing this journey for yourself. Which, I mean, I guess is... it can be really analogous to life, because you don't always have a choice for your journey in life. And this is the first human, quote unquote, that you meet. And it's this one-eyed dude with a bunch of hose just like trapped in bottles. I like the little Triforce drawing in the background though. Oh, you're quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome too. Your name is Seal, isn't it? Don't be surprised. I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for business like this. Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts called Poes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyard. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay you a lot of money for it. And then, okay, also he's a bit of an alcoholic. Like, you see all those bottles? I won't jump and say that he's an alcoholic. I'm just saying that 4 bottles right by your bed is usually kind of sus. Can't judge though. So let's go out into Hyrule Field. Wow. Like, I know we're in nighttime right now, but still, no life. That's terrifying. Like, and I get that that's really analogous to what life is like for a lot of people. You get a situation thrust upon you, and you have to deal with it a lot, and you have to overcome a lot, even as a child sometimes. And that makes you really strong, and it makes you think that you're ready for a lot of responsibilities. And like, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. God, it's even darker. There's nothing happy about this. Can I even play the Sun Song? I'm gonna give it a shot. Like, I wonder if even the Sun Song works. Okay, it does. That's somewhat refreshing. But even then, we don't get the Hyrule Field. Okay, I was about to say, even if we don't get the Hyrule Field music, that is a really bold choice by the game developers to not put that in there. But yeah, just that you get these situations thrust upon yourself when you're really young, and life forces you to kind of go on these journeys and make these really tough decisions and deal with a lot of situations that you might deem really terrifying and legitimately are really terrifying. But even then, you're not really fully prepared for like what your true destiny is, and you have to wait, and that waiting is agonizing, and sometimes you can notice that the things around you are only getting worse. I mean, this is just taken to the nth degree, but this is a tragic story. Like, this is a hard life he's leading. That's my analysis of everything that's been going on so far. I'll keep going as we go along. Like, maybe after each temple, I'll kind of give it maybe another bit of a breakdown of what I think is going on in the story. But we're just going to go right into here, into Lon Lon Ranch, before the time changes. Because we're going to go ahead, and just like we did when we were a child, all in one session, we're going to go check out Lon Lon Ranch, and then we're going to go check out Kakariko Village. I'm glad the music here hasn't changed. It's still bright and cheery, and it's 100% needed. Very, very needed after that abrupt change and 7 years basically in a spirit world. But this is where the game really becomes the game, and my game knowledge has become a lot less very quickly. I've only been adult once, and that was over 10 years ago. And I never got through more than Fire Temple. But I want to thank y'all so much for spending your free time with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm excited to keep playing this with you and relive a part of my childhood, but also analyze it in a way that I could only do as an adult. So, I will see you cuties next time. Bye-bye.